What's up everybody, welcome to this video. Good evening, my name is Gabriel from Major Issues TV. In this video we are going to look at how the internet made us believe the earth is flat. This flat earth movement was dying out right around the time Facebook showed up. The earth is a sphere, or rather an oblate spheroid. A horrible oblate spheroid. It would be so much better if it were flat, isn't it? For one, there would be no pesky lunar eclipse without the earth terribly round to obscure an otherwise perfect view of our one and only moon. Even better, all the stars in the sky would be in perfect view every single night, unblocked by the loathsome horizon of a miserably spherical world. And as any cartographer knows, a flat earth would be so much easier to render on a two-dimensional map. But unfortunately though, the earth is not flat. And yet, contrary to all scientific evidence, there are people who believe the earth is flat. They even have a group called the Flat Earth Society, and it supports its growing and counts NBA stars and reality TV shows or celebrities among its followers. In the 1990s, the Flat Earth Society was bankrupt and all but dead. Then the internet showed up and it made people want to believe in the flat earth again. The US military took these pictures in 1947 using the V-2 rocket capture from the German Wehrmacht. It was one of the first time we saw the earth from a distance, and it was clearly round. Less than a decade later, the Flat Earth Society convened for the first time and espoused a view of the planet that didn't fit with the new images being sent from space and that had already been rejected by so much of the scientific community for nearly half a millennia. According to the Flat Earth Society's ideas, the Earth was a flat disc with the Arctic at the center and a towering wall of ice all along its circumference. The sun, the moon, and the stars, they said, were so no further away than the New York is from London. They also asserted that everything NASA was showing us was an elaborate deception. Shortly after the first men walked on the moon, the original founder of the Flat Earth Society died. A small but dedicated fan base kept his work alive and continued the circulation of a Flat Earth newsletter. Over the years, the society slowly grew and spread, eventually garnering a subscription of around 3,500 flat earthers in the 1990s. But in 1997, a house fire destroyed the Flat Earth Society's library and membership roster. Unable to collect dues, the Flat Earth Society fell into deep financial trouble. The last organizers died a short time later, and the Flat Earth Society might have died right along with them, if not for the internet. In 2004, the Flat Earth Society returned as an online discussion forum. Anybody with an interest in flat earth theories and an internet connection could post questions or start topics of conversation or share flat earth links and resources. But most of all, they could connect with fellow flat earthers. Coincidentally, 2004 was the same year Facebook was created. YouTube was launched a year later, then Twitter. By the time the Flat Earth Society had its own news website in 2009, social media had already begun to dominate the online landscape. Internet users today spend about 22% of their time online on social media networks. For many, social media is the internet. From specialty cars to artisanal cooking to niche films to online swing circles, social media offers a group for everyone, even flat earthers. Before the advent of the internet, it took 50 years for the Flat Earth Society to reach 3,500 members. Their website now gets over 300,000 unique visits every day. There are Flat Earth Facebook pages with over 100,000 likes, Flat Earth YouTube videos with millions of views, untold number of Twitter users and subreddits and discussion forums and online chat rooms, all dedicated to the dissemination of flat earth theory. Not just flat earth theories, but everything from UFO cover-up to anti-vaccination campaigns to Pizzagate to the infiltration of the government by the reptilian humanoids. But it is interesting to note that metrics for the search term flat earth have shot up over the last few years, as you can see in the chart displayed. In 2018, YouGov poll, 1/3 of millennials surveyed said they weren't totally convinced the world was round, even though we have had half a millennia of scientific consensus on the subject. Just a little bit of attention that has been given to the idea of a flat earth, even though it is verifiably false, has increased interest in the subject, and it is especially effective when famous people are involved. Now let's look at some of this. In 2017, NBA star Kyrie Irving went on a podcast and claimed the earth was flat. Being a professional sports star, he held the attention of millions of followers. In social media parlance, he is an influencer. Despite eventually disavowing the belief, Irving spurred on an untold number of people in thinking the world is flat. Thanks to him, classes of middle school students had begun to embrace the theory. He is not the only one. NFL star Sammy Watkins says he believes the earth is flat. Wilson Chandler of the Denver Nuggets came out in support of Irving. I don't know what it is about professional athletes, but even Shaquille O'Neal argued that the earth is not only flat, it is square, though he later claimed he was joking. But whether it was a joke or not, the idea got out there and it is growing. Rapper B.O.B. got into a Twitter feud with celebrity physicist Neil deGrasse Tyson over the shape of the earth, then uploaded a track on SoundCloud all about the topic. It has now over 1 million plays. Tila Tequila, who garnered her own reality TV show after becoming the most popular person on MySpace, used her significant social media presence to promote the idea that the earth is flat. In a move that was most likely a cheap ploy for attention, notorious YouTube celebrity Logan Paul spoke at a flat earth convention and voiced his support for the theory. Whatever the motivation, each time a celebrity comes out in favor of flat earth theory, millions of social media users pay attention. But the internet isn't solely to blame. After all, social media platforms only want to give people what they want. It is what they are designed to do. If you watch a YouTube video about flat earth theory, the algorithm will continue to recommend flat earth videos. If you follow a prominent flat earther on Twitter, the platform will recommend other flat earthers to follow. Our brains already do this on their own without the help of social media. It is called confirmation bias. We are inclined to cherry-pick evidence and cultivate information that already confirms our particular worldview. These social media networks amplify our natural tendency to perform our own biases and optimize the flaws in our own critical thinking. I don't want to go down on social media too much. Among all the wild beliefs humans can have, a flat earth theory is a rather harmless one. It doesn't really harm anybody. But for most people, it doesn't really matter if the earth is flat or not, as long as it is a place where they feel like they belong. So why does it matter if some people believe in the flat earth theory? The same flawed psychology that fuels the flat earth theory fuels the anti-vaxxers, climate change deniers. Outbreaks of preventable diseases have put the most vulnerable population in danger. The delay in reducing greenhouse gas emission has committed us around a meter rise in sea level. This will displace millions of people and erase entire cities from the map. These are beliefs that can have very real and deadly consequences, and social media is only making it worse by perpetuating them. Maybe we should delete Facebook, sign out of Twitter, go offline permanently, reject the whole internet, retreat into the woods, and go off the grid. Obviously, it seems too much internet is not good for us. But is that the case? Less social media may not actually be the answer. Thanks to the internet, we are more connected than ever. Through online networks, we share our thoughts and feelings, even if through emoji. We share videos and pictures of our cats. We even share our current locations and some of the most intimate moments in our lives. If there is one thing flat earthers and round earthers share, it is a passion for the truth. We all want to make sense of the world around us, and sometimes understanding means accepting answers we don't like or ones that requires us to connect with people we don't agree with. We cannot isolate ourselves. We need our outside perspective to keep ourselves in check. The cause of our beliefs system have to be subject to scrutiny. Otherwise, they will become rotten with confirmation bias. Best way to do this might be through social media networks. After all, They say they want to bring the world closer together. Without being too cumbersome about all this, it actually works in practice. Identifying and challenging unrealistic perception or beliefs in a constructive, non-confrontational manner is one of the central methods of professional cognitive behavioral therapy. Regardless of how diametrically opposed our beliefs might seem to be, even if it might seem like we are living on different planets, we have to believe that we can find common ground. Thank you so much for watching this video. Please, if you are new to this channel, as you are, please like and share this video, subscribe to my channel, and see you in the next video.